Welcome everybody to yet another Coffee Time with Hako, the show where I have my morning coffee and then I up off into the void. Well met friends, hope you're doing amazing today. Today I've been to, what should we call it, like a plant shop, like an amazing beautiful plant shop, like apparently only 10 minutes away from my house. And I went there, had some coffee, picked up some berry bushes, saw strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and I also did finally pick out like a tree for my late husky. He passed away some time ago and I do have him like in the garden, and I thought like I want to put something nice there, like I want to put a nice tree or something. So I did actually pick up like a Japanese cherry blossom tree. Sadly you can't like eat the fruits because they're too bitter, but it does, you know, had the beautiful like pink blossoms, which are honestly amazing. And being a weeb, I thought it'd be fitting. But enough about that, you're not here to hear about my plant adventures. Instead, in this coffee time, I thought let's discuss some of my favorites team to run with Yi Xuan. Now, as you might know, Yi Xuan is a new unit coming in the 2.0. She is absolutely freaking insane, and she is, you know, trivializes any content in the game, no matter who you pair up with. But on the Yi Xuan videos I posted, some people like seem to be like not sure what the teams to run on her. So I thought I'd walk you through like my favorite teamers to put with her. Now, very free to play, budget-friendly options is Panjinu and it is Palkra. And at first it was a little bit awkward running both of those together because like they both quick assist backwards, just like Trigger, just like Seth. But honestly, I kind of find the rhythm to it, and now I really like it. So in that team you put Yi Xuan first, Panjinu, and then Palkra. So when Panjinu has enough energy, you switch into Palkra, like you do her EX special, quick assist into Pan, and then do his EX special, and then quick assist into Yi Xuan, and then you have basically a fully stacked Astral Voice. And in that team, Panjinu on Astral Voice and Palkra on the new defense set. And honestly, this team is really potent. Like this team together with Yi Xuan running the Box Galaxy engine, like I've gotten really good scores in Deadly Assault. And I have a full video like showcasing Yi Xuan against the Deadly Assault boss if you're interested in seeing that. At a bunch of different engines. I also heard that Apple, which is a super talented content creator, that he's done a video where he like a similar kind of video where he's also included Steel Cushion, so I'm gonna do some Steel Cushion testing as well. Other than that, a team that doesn't make too much sense like on paper, but is actually really freaking good, is Trigger and Astra. Now, the defense shred that like Trigger can provide, especially if she has her engine, doesn't do much. But Yi Xuan is like a character that doesn't really care about stun windows like too much. So running Trigger, even though her additional ability won't be activated, is actually like very goddamn viable, especially if it's like electric weak stage. And since the shred from the engine doesn't even matter, you know, you can slap her on restraint or, you know, whatever. And it's actually a potent team. Like I'd say like that's right now the team like at the base level of all of them I've gotten the very best scores with. And now when picking teammates for Yi Xuan, like you need to understand like what makes her special. And what makes her special is her sheer force stat. She turns a certain percentage of her HP into sheer force. She also turns a bit of her attack into sheer force, although it's a better like scaling of HP. That's why like HP is incentivized over attack. Attack is not wasted, it's just less efficient. So the stats we're looking for is HP, crit rate, crit damage. So when it comes to like the support, Pan is good because he can give like just a sheer damage bonus, which is very handy. Like we don't need to convert a stat into sheer damage, he just gives sheer damage, which is great. Other supports like Astra, you know, they give attack. Other supports like Astra, Luce, etc., they give attack, and like she uses a part of that attack. But what we really want is like something that can increase the amount of damage an enemy takes, or that can just, you know, base level increase the amount of damage we do. And enter Nicole. Now I did an M0 showcase with Yi Xuan, and some people were like confused, like why the hell is Nicole there? Because what do we associate Nicole with? Well, a lack of money, but also defense shredding. And Yi Xuan can't like benefit of the defense shred per se because she already has a built-in 100% pen ratio. But what Nicole also does is that she also increases ether damage done. If you look at her core passive, ignore the build, it's homebrew, alright? Alright, additional ability. When Nicole's core passive mechanical case applies a debuff to an enemy, all squad members deal 25% more ether damage to the target for 3.5 seconds. This is great. She also groups up enemies. You know, Yi Xuan doesn't really need that as some other characters do. And she also provides a whooping 15% crit rate. And like, this is, you know, this is not to disregard. And depending on, what sets you're running, if you're running a 3-piece swing jazz with a 1-piece polar metal, you can really make her cook. Now, in that team, you'd probably, have Nicole on swing jazz, maybe Astral, depending on who the third person is. But Nicole works surprisingly well as well. And another go-to character is Caesar. Caesar provides a big attack buff, which is nice, but she also provides like a debuff around the enemies. But she also debuffs the enemies to take 25% more damage. She can make super good use of Protopunk, and she has super hard hitting like defensive assists. Now, like I said, Yi Xuan doesn't, super rely on stun windows, but she does also she can make really good use of them. So, but currently in the game, there's not too many stunners you can run with her with her additional ability active, and honestly, Caesar is kind of like an honorary stun agent if you do a lot of defensive assists. Now they have also tweaked Colida so that her additional ability also includes Rupture agents, and Colida is honestly like a good teammate, especially if you have her at M2, because at M2 nobody stuns a bastard like Colida does. Now Yi Xuan's chain attack sadly isn't, the greatest when it comes to damage numbers. It's like slightly above 1000%. Meanwhile, Ellen has 1800%. But being able to get that stun window when we need it can be game changing depending on, the content we're doing. And Yi Xuan's absolute best teammate is gonna be Yufufu. And once I get access to her, I'll tell you all about, how she works with Yi Xuan, how she works with all of the other characters as well. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, everybody, thank you for listening to me yapping off in the void. And if you're confused what this is, because, it is a little bit special to what we usually put out, the Coffee Times with Hako is kind of my little, almost like podcast. I sit down, I drink my coffee, I talk for a little bit about anything game related, and we just vibe and just chill out a little bit. Life is stressful as it is, and sometimes it's nice to just, as Piper would say, just take it easy. Everybody, I appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you for being an amazing community. Big freaking hugs, and until next time, Hako out. Also, let me know down in the comments what teams are you planning on running on Yixuan. Alright, everybody, until next time, Hako out.
Oh, I wish that you could just take it easy. Lay back, fast the way I